everyone, this is Phyllis Silver Cats Crafts. I thought I would show you how to make a stand-up business card holder. And for supplies, you're going to need your duct tape, 1 or 2 rolls if you want to have some trim. It's up to you. Of course, your scissors, a ruler, your duct tape knife, a pen or pencil to make some marks on the paper, and one of these nice little pressing tools if you have it. If you don't, that's okay. Use a credit card or something like that. And what you're going to need also is a piece of cardstock. Any kind of cardstock will do, any color, because we're going to cover it with duct tape. And this is a 8.5 by 11 sheet. And the cuts that you're going to make on this is you're going to make marks. Yeah, I see, I've already got mine folded up and ready to go to make this tutorial go a little bit quicker. But what you're going to do in the beginning is you're going to cut your piece of paper 8 inches by 6 inches. And then the leftover piece of paper, you're going to cut it by 8 and 3 3/4 inches. So you have this one, and then you have this one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make marks so that you can fold. You're going to start at one end. This one right here we'll use as the short end. Your first mark you're going to make right here where this fold is. You're going to make that in at 1.5 inches. And then your next mark will be at 2 1/4. Then the next one is going to be at let's see here, 5 1/4, and then you're going to have one made at 6 inches, and on the sides you're going to make a mark at 1 inch on each of the sides. So we've got, do this again. You come in 1.5, 2 1/4, 5 1/4, 6, and those are your lines. And you can see I made pencil lines. And then you're going to start doing your folding. The way I folded mine first was I started this way, and of course I've got them bent back and forth to make them easier. And I did the same thing for this one right here. Same measurements. Because we're going to put this inside to make it sturdy when we get ready to fold it up to make the base a little bit sturdier. And you'll see that I've got a couple of cutouts. So when you get ready to make your cuts, at the line that's closest to each end, you're going to cut up. And then you're going to cut this little tabby here. And you do the same thing on this side. And the way you measure this cut right here is after you fold the sides in, this is your base. This is what we're doing right here. Fold this little side in too. So, focus. Okay. So when you make those folds and you bring your little tabs in this way, you want it to kind of be standing straight up, nice and flat. And that's where you're going to make your little marks. You make a little mark here, a little mark over here, and that's where you cut this little piece right here. So you go ahead and do that. And do that on each side. And that's so that when you get ready to either tape it or hot glue it, however you're going to put yours together. Whoops. Sorry about that. It's kind of hard to do this without knocking my camera. There. Alright. And if you want, you can see the back is higher than the front. You can take your scissors once you get this all cut out and you have it right where you want it, and you can do a little angle trim right here where this little triangle is, right there, to kind of give it a little bit of finished look before you start putting your duct tape on it. So everybody go ahead and get their pieces cut out, and I'm going to pause it for a moment while I get mine prepared and get my duct tape on here, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I put it together. Be right back. Okay, well, I have put my extra support piece in the center here, and I've actually taped it at each end to help hold it in here while I get ready to tape it. I'm going to use on the inside some white and denim as a contrasting color on the inside, and I've cut 2 pieces of tape at 8 inches long and another one in my contrasting color at 8 inches, and then I cut a strip to go down the middle about let's see, 3/4 of an inch long. And so now I'm going to tape this on the inside, and I see if I can do this through the camera without knocking it down. So I'm going to flatten this out. I'm going to go all the way to the edge where the little fold mark is at. Okay, turn around, put the other piece. And you want to make sure those fold lines in the beginning are really good, because once you put the tape on, you got to make sure you can still see where you're supposed to fold it. Okay, let's see here. Get that kind of in the center. And you can do yours any way you want. I just thought it would be kind of cute to have the inside have a little detail design. And if any of the tape went over the outside edge, just give it a little cut. Either your scissors or your, whoops, or your X-Acto knife. Maybe this will be better. All right, so now you have to decide what you want to use as your outside color, and you want to get that put on before you actually go to glue it back together. I'm checking just to see where I want to put my tape on the inside to cover up. I'll probably do that at the end to hide this on the inside right here. Alright, so I'm going to pause it for a moment so I can cut out and put my tape on the outside. And what I recommend when you're doing it is to, when you cut it about a 1/2 inch longer than what you need. So this was 8 inches, so cut it at 9 inches. That way it'll give you a 1/2 inch fold over on each edge here. So you kind of like no fold over lines, like a wallet. So I'm going to pause it again, get my tape on, and I'll be back. Okay, I've covered mine with my duct tape that I chose, and lined it up as best I could. And I've used these little clips, binder clips, to hold down the little stand part here. You can put duct tape underneath there to try to help hold it down. I use some E6000 glue. That's also the reason for the clips, because it needs to be clipped so it'll dry. And then I'm probably going to come back and trim these little edges with a little bit of tape to cover the rough spots right there. But now we're ready to do the sides. So I put a little piece of Scotch tape, clear tape, on the little tab right there so that I can adhere these little tabs to it. And then I'm going to cover the tabs to make them look neat. Trying to line it up with this little curve. If you can see this little slant, that's what I'm trying to line it up with right now. And I'm going to use a little piece of tape to hold it in place till I come back with my decorative tape that I want to put over the top. I think I'm going to put like a little white what do you call it? White piece of tape to kind of dress it up. And this will help hold it in place till I get ready to do that. Oops, sorry. This will help hold this part together. And I'm going to cut this little piece of tape right here so I can fold it over easily on the inside. Sorry, this is getting kind of long. I think it's going to look really cute once I get it all the rest of the way dressed up here. Alright, now let's do this side. Try to bring this side in first again. Take another piece of tape. Oops, camera, sorry. Tape's on my cutting mat here. Oops. This little side piece of tape isn't really going to show once I get my decorative tape on the side there, so that won't matter. Okay, almost finished, because I want to dress up the inside, so I cut some white pieces of tape to go on the inside, and I'm gonna have it come over the top here. But at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and let the rest of this dry. But what I planned on doing to dress it up was I planned on putting this piece of white tape on the inside here. I might have cut it just a little bit too short, but it's pretty close. But anyway, I plan to do that on the inside and kind of wrap it around this way. I'm not exactly sure yet how I'm going to do that, so I may cut a bigger piece of tape that will actually fit inside here, and then maybe just do a little trim around the edge. I'm not sure. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too difficult to follow along with the stopping and starting. And I probably am going to take a little bit of white tape and put a little edge, like a little 1/4 inch trim here that will help hold those together as well. But I'll do that off camera, and I'll probably go ahead and take a picture of this once I have it completely finished and put it on my Instagram. So I'm sorry if it looks more difficult than it probably really was, but please like, comment, tell me what else you'd like me to try to come up with. I saw this on a YouTube channel that's actually for paper crafting, and then it gave me the idea that, hey, we can do the paper, but then we can cover it with duct tape and put our business cards in here. And I'll get one of my cards so you can see that they go in here. Plenty of room to grab them. You can put quite a few in there. I don't have a lot on my desk, but you can put quite a few. And then you can have them available at your craft shows if you go to craft shows. Sit them out on your display and people can grab one. Thanks for watching. Bye.